Okay, so this is part 7 of the South. Walt Disney World. If you have kids, chances are good at some point they'll be asking you about visiting the biggest Disney complex in the world, Walt Disneyland in Orlando, Florida. 4 major theme parks make up Disney World, but there are also other attractions in 2 evening entertainment districts that deserve a visit. The Magic Kingdom, with its Cinderella Castle centerpiece and costume characters, including Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and other Disney favorites, is the best known and possibly best loved of all the Disney World parks. Parents can take their children on such rides as the Mad Tea Party, Space Mountain, and the Jungle Cruise, as well as the Haunted Mansion and the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, guests can tour the MGM backlot and see sets from favorite TV shows or visit the animation studios to observe the artists who work on Disney's animated features. Adrenaline junkies can hop onto the Rock and Roll roller coaster. There are also many excellent live stage shows featuring Disney characters, including the family favorite Beauty and the Beast. Part zoo, part theme park, Disney's Animal Kingdom is a blend of nature and adventure packed with imaginative little touches. Like the Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom has different themed lands, each representing a different part of the world. In this park, you'll find more than 1,000 creatures from all corners of the world living in recreated habitats. Epcot Center showcases world cultures and technology with a unique mix of attractions and educational exhibits. It consists of 2 areas, World Showcase and Future World. 11 countries are celebrated in the festive World Showcase, and each country offers performances, traditional food, craft shops, and exhibits that spotlight its culture. Future World has cutting-edge interactive exhibits and rides that take you to the outer limits of the human imagination. Epcot Center is filled with dazzling shows and amazing performances. This family favorite celebrates the wonders of the world. And that is the picture that I was talking about with the little camera for kids, but that's the one with Beauty and the Beast. Do you dare descend the haunted elevator? The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios will send you plunging in a special effects filled theme ride. And I'm pretty sure that they're redesigning one of those. I can't remember if it's the one in California or the one in Florida to do Guardians of the Galaxy, or if that was just a rumor. But that might not be there anymore. And then, of course, there's the picture of the famous castle that I also thought was going to turn into Elsa's castle, but maybe it's still Cinderella's. I really don't know. Little Havana. The heart of Cuban life in Florida is the vibrant commercial strip in Miami's Little Havana called Calle Ocho, or 8th Street. Calle Ocho is the epicenter of an ethnic explosion that includes immigrant communities from around the world. One of the many highlights is the authentic Cuban cuisine. Restaurants serve up seafood paella, succulent marinated pork, and hearty beans and rice. Visitors can also sample the cuisines of Peru, Nicaragua, the Dominican Republic, and myriad other Latin lands. Tourists and locals alike dote on the neighborhood's trademark hand-rolled cigars, Maraguin and salsa music, and chess and dominoes games. I'm so sorry if I pronounced a lot of those words wrong. I really should learn some more Spanish. Latin. Cape Canaveral. Oh my lord. I am so sorry. Cape Canaveral is a barrier land off the east coast of Florida that's spacious enough to include the 58,000-acre Canaveral National Seashore John F. Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. Its 220 square miles are covered by marshes and many miles of shimmering beach. Visitors are welcome at the Kennedy Space Center, whose tours give an in-depth behind-the-scenes look at NASA, including visits to launch pads and rockets. Outer space may be the island's main attraction, but Cape Canaveral proves that Earth has its share of beauty and mysteries too. The Space Center borders the Marriott Island National Wildlife Refuge. There, manatees may graze underwater in the shadow of the launch pad, and endangered sea turtles swim to shore to lay their eggs in the silence of the night. There's a picture of one of the spaceships. St. Augustine. Its beaches are legendary stretches of talcum soft sand bordered by calm blue water. but the real claim to fame of St. Augustine, Florida is that the oldest permanently inhabited city in the United States. Founded in 1565, it's filled with reminders of its early Spanish history. Wander through the narrow, picturesque streets of the town's carefully restored Spanish Quarter for a glimpse of how this community of Spanish soldiers, settlers, craftspeople, and families lived in the 18th century. You'll see narrow cobblestone streets, the oldest wooden schoolhouse in the country, and Ponce de Leon's Fountain of Youth. There are also a number of 17th and 18th century buildings that house ice cream parlors and shops staffed by costumed interpreters who reenact life in the 18th century. A carriage tour is a great way to see the historic district, and drivers are always willing to share stories of the city's past. The St. Augustine Alligator Farm and Zoological Park, which has been operating since the late 1800s, features crocodiles, caimans, and alligators of all sizes lolling around their enclosures. A boardwalk across the lagoon lets you observe birds, turtles, and alligators swimming in a natural setting. Other interesting reptiles, such as great Galapagos tortoises, wander about as well. Shows feature alligator wrestling, snake wrangling, and other crowd-pleasing feats. The St. Augustine's Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum was the first in the nation. It is located in Castle Warden, a historic Moorish rival-style mansion built in 1887. The curiosities in it that kids like best are the ones that make most adults squeamish. The most gruesome the better, such as shrunken heads and other human oddities. This old wooden schoolhouse offers a view of a classroom from centuries ago. It is typical of the history-rich architecture you'll see in St. Augustine. There's a picture of the schoolhouse. There's a little camera for children. Okay, I'm going to pronounce this one really wrong, and I super apologize. Castello de San Marcos. Castello de San Marcos, an authentic Spanish fort, and its 25 acres of old parade grounds are a must-see on any visit to St. Augustine, Florida. Construction of the fort began in 1672, and it was completed in 1695. The fort boasts an impressive moat, a drawbridge, and huge cannons atop which kids can sit. Its walls are made of coquina? It's not cocaine, I promise. A limestone material composed of broken seashells and coral. Thanks to this durable substance, the fort remained impenetrable despite years of enemy fire and violent storms. It once again helped guard St. Augustine from pirate raids. Later supporters of the American Revolution were locked away in its dank and creepy dungeons. Castello de San Marcos has served a number of nations in its history, but it was never taken by military force. Control was passed by treaty. And there's a picture of the